Hello everyone, so today we're going to try to answer the question how high Luna can go. I know that Luna has been consistently climbing for the past 6 months or so. And usually in these situations, most people would just assume that the coin will keep climbing higher and higher. But when the time comes and the high is put in, most people don't get out because they don't know where to get out. And they don't want to get out too early because the assumption is that it's going to keep going higher and higher. But in general, in these situations, you want to get out at each particular resistances because if you're wrong, right, then you can always re-enter later on. But the question is, how do I know which is the resistance? How do I know where to get out? And today we're going to try to answer all of those questions. So the first question we're going to try to answer is how high Luna can go. So over the years, I managed to develop an upper Fibonacci, which can tell where most coins will stop. And in general, when you're trying to determine the next resistance of each individual coin, you essentially want to do 0.618 of each particular resistances, and you'll get more or less where you want to stop. So in this example, right, you would try to match this 0.618 to this particular resistance, or here if you want to, and that should tell you where the next particular sell point should be. Should the coin keep going higher and higher, you can always rebuy back and make up that difference. So certainly you won't be able to make this gain here, but had you sold here, you can always rebuy here and capture this. In situations like this, right, where you're unable to determine if you put it up here to here and it pulled back, that means and has made a major run. That means that the following high is more or less going to be the last high. So there's usually 1, 2, and 3. And what I managed to develop is a Fibonacci level that can determine that. So if you go ahead and draw this Fibonacci in, notice that if all I'm trying to do is I'm just looking at these two, right? And notice how it matches here, it matches here, it matches here, and it matches here, right? And if I go ahead and draw this line out here, go ahead and pull this back, it matches over here. So in this situation, Luna can at most likely go here, 135, and more or less, this will probably be the high for a long while. So let me go ahead and pull up a Cardano, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So Cardano, back in early of 2020 did something similar, where if you go ahead and line this all up, notice how that if you put 0.618 over here, you're not able to determine the next ring up, right? So if you go here, 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 you're not able to determine the next ring up. So go ahead and line this up. Sorry about the background. I just live on a very busy street. So if you go ahead and line this up here, right? Notice how there's all these resistances, and at some point it will stop for a while. That is pretty much going to be what's likely to happen for Luna. If I go ahead and put it on other indicators called ichimoku indicator, one of the things to watch out for is that whenever a coin bleeds out of this cloud, it's very unlikely to make any all-time highs. So luckily Luna hasn't done that yet. And if the market looks good for the near term, then it's very likely to hit 130, 135. After that point, I do firmly believe that Luna will stall for quite a while, and you're better off playing other coins. So if I was in Luna, and I decided to buy now, then I'll play up to here, and I do expect it to stall for a while. Like, maybe go down, maybe go sideways, maybe we could do whatever, but for a long period of time, Luna won't be making an all-time high. So my assumption is that why would I waste this amount of time in a coin that's going to stall if that's going to be the case? So I do think that Luna's all-time high is probably going to be close to around 135, and I would look to sell there more or less. So that is how I would determine the price for Luna. In a case like this, I would use a Fibonacci. It's like if you go ahead and look at my Fibonacci, I have one for just simply determining the 3, one for down Fibonacci to measure the prices if it's heading down, and then one for if it's heading up. So that's my take on Luna. I do think that most likely it's going to stop at the price of 135, and I'll be looking to get out at that price. So hopefully you found this video informative, and if you do, give it a like and thumbs up, and subscribe if you like the content. All right, thank you. Have a good day.